Hi, my name is Anand Prabhu. I'm a principal member of technical staff with Enterprise and Cloud Manageability team. Welcome to this session about EM Security Essentials recent enhancements. In today's session, we will learn about how to use privileged access management feature to integrate with third-party privileged access management solutions and also the new enhancements in the PAM feature. And also we'll look into the new REST APIs introduced for credential management, especially for monitoring and preferred credentials. And let's also learn how to secure EM by using holistic patching feature. So that way you can apply quarterly CPUs effectively and efficiently to secure the EM, and learn about Kerberos and Redis support within EM, and how to monitor Oracle keyword within EM. And the next topic would be on data masking and subsetting, and what are the new enhancements with EM24 and Enterprise Manager 24 Security Essentials. Let's begin with our first topic, Privileged Access Management Integration. Privileged Access Management (PAM) allows to set policies and processes to control and monitor access to critical systems, applications, and data. It aims to reduce the risk of insider threats and external attacks by granting privileged access only to authorized users and monitoring their activities. PAM ensures that privileged users are authenticated and authorized before granting access to sensitive data or systems. It provides secure storage and management of privileged account passwords, including password rotation and generation. In Enterprise Manager, name credentials are typically stored in the repository database. However, with PAM solutions, credentials for databases and OS managed by EM are now stored externally in a PAM store. To retrieve these credentials, EM's credential framework allows integration with a PAM solution. This integration allows customers to create an integration script with PAM attributes, which is then registered in EM. When Enterprise Manager needs database or host credentials for tasks like patching or job execution, the credential framework uses the registered script to interact with PAM and retrieves the necessary credentials and pass them securely to the workflows. At a high level, PAM integration with EM consists of three simple steps. Step 1. Register. Here, the PAM script from the customer is registered in the EM's credential framework. Step 2. Credential mapping. Here, the credential provider attributes are mapped with the attributes in credential type. In step 3, a new PAM-based name credentials are created, or existing name credentials are modified to PAM-based name credentials that will retrieve the credentials from an external store. Previously, until RU21, the registration of scripts, credential mapping, and creation of PAM-based name credentials were only possible through command line interface. Now, it has been enhanced to allow the creation of PAM-based name credentials directly through the EM console. For PAM integration setup, follow one-time process of using EMCLI to register the script and create a PAM provider and a credential mapping. Once this is complete, you can create PAM-based name credentials through the EM console. The console now allows you to choose the credential provider, credential mapping created, and provide credential key when creating the PAM-based name credentials. It also allows to view whether the credential is stored in EM repository database or the PAM store. We have also enhanced our one-time database login from target databases to support creation and use of on-demand PAM-based credentials. Additionally, you can modify existing name credentials to PAM-based name credentials directly through the EM console. Now, let's look into new REST APIs for credential management. The integration of REST APIs in Enterprise Manager provides a powerful solution to manage targets and incidents and also retrieve metrics and perform user and credential management tasks. REST APIs offer a flexible and scalable way to automate many manual processes in Enterprise Manager. Enterprise Manager platform area REST APIs are grouped in four different categories. 1. User and credential management. 2. Metrics. 3. Incident and events. 4. Target management. Under user and credential category, you will get REST APIs for creating the user and assigning the user with required roles and privileges, deleting the user from Enterprise Manager, listing all users in Enterprise Manager, creating new name credentials, listing name credentials. Next, in the metrics category, you will get REST APIs for getting the latest metric value for a target in the group, metric group details of a target. In the incident and events, you will get REST APIs for getting the list of incident details, get event details, clear an incident, suppress or unsuppress incidents. Finally, in the target management, you will get REST APIs for listing global target properties, to create a new target, modify existing target, get target properties, and delete a target. Enterprise Manager is expanding REST API support across various areas. These enhancements aim to boost EM automation through REST APIs. In the next few slides, I'm going to quickly show the new REST APIs for credential management, and I will take a couple of examples to show you little more details of these REST APIs. New REST APIs have been introduced for credential management, enabling streamlined handling of both monitoring and preferred credentials. These APIs allow you to create new monitoring credentials, set a name credential as a preferred credential, clear both preferred and monitoring credentials, test the functionality of both monitoring and preferred credentials. Here, we will set new monitoring credentials for a database target using a post operation. The request payload specifies the details for the monitoring credential, and upon successful execution, a response with the status code 200 confirms that the monitoring credential has been set for the target database. In this section, we will set a specific name credential as the preferred credential for a host using a post operation. The payload includes the necessary details, and a response with the status code 201 confirms that the name credential has been successfully set as the preferred credential for the specified host. Now, let's learn how holistic patching helps to secure Enterprise Manager. Holistic patching, facilitated by the Stack Patch bundle, offers a comprehensive solution for efficiently managing security updates for Enterprise Manager infrastructure. Stack Patch bundle consolidates critical components in Enterprise Manager such as OHS, OPSS, WLS, JDK, etc., streamlining the patching process through the OMS Patcher utility. This approach simplifies the application of critical patch update patches, as administrator can download a single holistic patch from My Oracle support for Enterprise Manager quarterly CPU cycle. By orchestrating the application of Stack Patch bundle through OMS Patcher, organizations can mitigate security risks effectively. Additionally, Stack Patch bundle ensures that the JDK inside the OMS home is updated to comply with the latest certified version, enhancing system security and stability. Holistic patching also reduces the maintenance window by consolidating patching activities into a single downtime window. This streamlined approach minimizes disruption to our operations and ensures timely release updates. Moreover, system and environment pre-checks are performed once, optimizing the overall patching process and reducing the apply time. With holistic patching for the critical patch update cycle, EM administrators can secure their systems against vulnerabilities in just three straightforward steps: analyze, apply, verify. Holistic patching, facilitated by the Stack Patch bundle, is orchestrated through OMS Patcher utility, and new parameters are added to the OMS Patcher utility to execute SPB patch. The new commands include analyze holistic patch, apply holistic patch, apply holistic patch in silent mode, and apply holistic patch and JDK update. If the OMS is on AAX, then the JDK update parameter needs to be passed to the OMS patcher apply command, and explicitly to update the JDK inside the OMS home. On other Unix platforms, there is no need to pass the JDK update parameter since JDK will be updated as part of the OMS patcher apply command. We also provide rollback option for the stack patch bundle through holistic patch. Now, let's talk about Kerberos and Redis authentication method support in Enterprise Manager. Kerberos and Redis are two commonly used protocols for database authentications. Kerberos is a network authentication protocol that uses symmetric key cryptography to provide secure authentication for network services, including database access. Radius is a client-server protocol used for authenticating remote access connections to networks, including database access. These protocols provide secure verification due to multiple secret keys, third-party authorization, and cryptography. Passwords are not transmitted over the network, and secret keys are encrypted, which makes it challenging for attackers to impersonate users or services to gain access to critical database systems. We do have support in Enterprise Manager to use Kerberos and Redis authentications. One can use these protocols by creating database name credentials, provide Kerberos credentials or Kerberos keytab credentials or Redis credentials based on the credential type selected, and use these name credentials created to connect to database in EM jobs or EMDB pages. We also enhanced our one-time database login to support Kerberos and Redis authentication. By default, Enterprise Manager supports DB username, password for one-time database login. In order to use Redis or Kerberos credentials, enable multiple credential types by executing the first emctl command. Second command enables to use Redis credential type, and the third command enables to use Kerberos credential type. With these three simple steps, one can easily use the Kerberos or Redis authentication methods to connect to target database. Let's now discuss the support for Kerberos and Redis credentials for database management functionality in Oracle Enterprise Manager. Kerberos and Redis credentials are currently supported for basic management operations that can be accessed through a direct database connection. It can also be used to access database performance pages, including Performance Hub, to execute SQL and SQL script jobs securely and with ease. New out-of-box preferred credential sets have been introduced for Kerberos and Redis authentications. Migration Workbench now supports authentication using database Kerberos credentials and database Kerberos key type credentials while performing data pump migrations. Add space to table space advanced corrective action can now be used with Kerberos credentials beginning with Enterprise Manager 13.5 Update 11. In summary, Kerberos and Radius credentials enhance the security of your organization's database management functionality. With the support for Kerberos and Radius within EM, you can securely manage your databases and execute jobs and corrective actions without compromising your organization's security. In this section, I will cover the support for monitoring Oracle Key Vault in Enterprise Manager. Oracle Key Vault (OKV) provides secure storage and management of encryption keys, secrets, and credentials used by Oracle databases and other applications. This centralized solution is essential for organizations to protect sensitive data and adhere to regulatory standards. Oracle Key Vault can be configured in highly available clusters to prevent downtime. By monitoring Key Vault, organizations can detect issues early to maintain uninterrupted access to keys and critical credentials. It also helps to track system performance, monitor storage usage, and manage resources effectively. Enterprise Manager 24 supports comprehensive monitoring of Oracle Key Vault, allowing users to discover and monitor both Oracle Key Vault clusters and individual servers. It also helps to check server status, identify naming conflicts, and review any open incidents. It also provides a range of metrics for availability, performance, certificate expiration, and backup status. From the Oracle Key Vault cluster, you can drill down to specific OKV servers to gain a detailed understanding of their status and performance. Enterprise Manager continuously monitors the status of various Oracle Key Vault services, which includes REST API, database services, backup status, and KMIP service. It also tracks open incidents and critical metrics such as KMIP activity, the number of TCP connections, network traffic, and disk usage, providing a comprehensive view of each server's health and operational stability. Now, let's talk about data masking and subsetting. So, we know how to secure data within the database, but sometimes there is a need for to share data with other teams or other systems for application testing or for business analytics or report generation or even ML model development, right? So you can't use personal information which is there within the database for all these purposes. So data masking and subsetting is one of the features which will help you to secure your data, personal data or sensitive data before sharing with other systems or other teams. So masking helps you to define certain mask rules and also helps you to identify sensitive schemas and sensitive data like personal information, finance data, or technical data which can't be shared with other teams. So you can define and mask these values, and sometimes you might need the value as is for your testing. So in those cases you can anonymize values so that your testing is carried as if it's a real data. So these masking features help you to mask either in place or during data export. And the other feature is subsetting. So sometimes you don't need entire data from production for these purposes, only essential data is needed. So in those cases, you can configure subsetting conditions so that only a certain portion of data is extracted and sent to these third-party teams or systems so that you are not sharing the entire data which is in production. So these are the features which will help you to secure your data before sharing with other systems or other teams. Now let's look into some of the new enhancements within data masking and subsetting pack along with Enterprise Manager 24. So the Enterprise Manager data masking and subsetting UI has been enhanced so that it has been redesigned to help easy discovery and help masking pages using advanced UI frameworks like Jet. And a rich UI dashboard has been built to show key metrics within the dashboard for, and also helps you to sort and search certain data within that page. And the workflows for defining mask rules and also the workflows for subsetting has been improved so that you can define easy process flows for these two features. And the page response has been increased due to adoption of latest framework, Jet framework, so that the user experience can be increased with this. So these are the new features which will be rolled out as part of data masking subsetting pack along with Enterprise Manager 24 AI. In this section, we will learn more about security insights of Enterprise Manager 24. Let's take a closer look at the evolution of Enterprise Manager's architecture and how it has been modernized to better support operational needs and continuous monitoring. One of the most important advancements in this evolution is the introduction of dual container architecture. The architecture is now split into two containers, which optimizes how OMS operates. The first container is the WebLogic container. This is where traditional Enterprise Manager services like console and platform background services continue to run, maintaining the functionality that has been familiar in previous versions. The second container is the zero downtime WebLogic container. This container is specifically designed to support continuous monitoring, ensuring that key services remain available during patching operations. The container separation ensures that critical services like monitoring will continue uninterrupted even during planned maintenance. API Gateway serves as a single entry point for all external communications such as user interface traffic, API calls, and agent communications. This allows to easily route and monitor traffic, ensuring that all communications are handled smoothly, effectively, and improving efficiency. Let's now dive into the security insights of Enterprise Manager 24. Enterprise Manager 24 supports external authorization and authentication similar to EM 13.5 with the exception of Oracle Access Manager. If Oracle Access Manager SSO is configured in Enterprise Manager 13.5, then convert the Oracle Access Manager SSO to SAML-based before the upgrade. Please refer to the MOS notes provided for more details. In Enterprise Manager 13.5, both TLS 1.1 and TLS 1.2 were supported for communication between agents and OMS, with OMS accepting both the protocols. However, in Enterprise Manager 24 is now standardized to support only TLS 1.2. This means that if you upgrade to Enterprise Manager 24, any agent still using TLS 1.1 will not be able to communicate with OMS. To prepare for this, first upgrade your agents to TLS 1.2 before upgrading Enterprise Manager 13.5 to Enterprise Manager 24. After upgrading to EM24, communication between agents and OMS will remain smooth, as both OMS and agents will be on TLS 1.2. As part of EM24 upgrade process, a list of agents still using TLS 1.1 will be generated, highlighting those that need updating to TLS 1.2 to restore OMS communication. Thanks for joining our session today. For more information about Oracle Enterprise Manager, check out the resources listed here.